come to South Africa, not knowing which city or town. But our uncle, grand uncle Kasim, he took ill. Therefore he couldn't sail, leave Mauritius. So he stayed behind, and the two brothers come. Now we are Ali Bakas with the H. I think the H is, we will say Ali Bakas, but the H is probably a silent H. So it's Ali Bakas. Then we became Bakas, short, because in District 6 people were still referring to our grandfather as Mr. Bakas. I can tell you, my mommy was also addressed by a few people in Women's State as Mrs. Bakas. So Bakas was there. But, so they come over, Pam Hussein and Hashim, our grandfather, and his brother. And our uncle Mai, which is the eldest of our Sydow clan, also daddy's siblings, he relates the story that they first got to a place in Transvaal. I don't know what was the mode of coming here, flying or sailing or whatever. Now we come to the surname Sydow and Ali Bakas. Now it's two brothers coming, and hulle is by die toonbank by Home Affairs, and the host who received them, you know. Now Pam Hussein was like, soos hulle sê, by sorry man gewees, Sopang man gewees. Not that Hashim wasn't, right? But Pam Hussein was known when he started settling in Durban. Man wat min geet het bygeplaas, you know, and so on. So that was by die toonbank, and the host says, this is related by Tamai, because we wanted to know where the Sydow come from. So he says, Sadie, as was a respectable Dennis for Sandy, and meantime staan ons op by die ander toonbank, en hulle doen al sy goed is reg. Ali Bakas, Hashim Ali Bakas, so they get the documents. Meantime, Pam Hussein is not aware that his document is saying S-Y-D-O-W. Not Sadie, but Sydow. Hy het dit geskryf, off they go. So they leave Transvaal, I don't know how long, but the change comes here in District 6. They landed in Cape Town, and obviously mentions allemaal in District 6. So Pam Hussein is known as Mr. Sydow, and our grandfather still Ali Bakas, or Mr. Bakas. And the community doesn't make a connection to decide, onze opa, nee, hy gaan van Ali Bakas na Sydow to change, instead of asking his brother to do the change, man. Ons het mos nou, die originals van gaat nou mos nou fly. So, Hashim, our grandfather, changed officially to Sydow, but then he was still referred to as Bakas by quite a few people. Maar hulle toe gewet, nee, dis nou die broers, because hulle het effort gemaakt om mense moet verstaan, dis twee broers. So, from the two of them, Pam Hussein got married. I've got his wife's name, and our grandfather, I must know, but Mai has got a different mommy. So we must find out what her name was. Then Auntie Nasira, our grandmother, your great-grandmother, January, that's her name. Our grandfather got married, and Dako also known family man, and also Jad, you know, with Tamai, Daddy, soos julle sê nou, Boeta, ons sê Daddy, my pa, ons pa. Dan is het mos nou, was het ouers, nee, Auntie AC, then Atta, dan Boeta Ali. Now that Boeta Ali, our brother was not Boeta Ali, died very young, 32. Now the Uncle Boeta Ali, our daddy's brother, also died young. So there was Ali, and then there's Kasim, Lehman, and Auntie Kulsum. Auntie Kulsum is the baby. Auntie Kulsum was so young, and our daddy so much. I think there was probably at least a 20-year gap. So Auntie Kulsum said, opgegroeid by daddy. You know, daar was sy die bond gehad met haar. Sy het getrou uit haar Boeta se huis. Hulle moes gesê Boeta. You know? Ja, hulle die kinders het ook gesê, maar ons het gekom in die daddy era, you know. So anyway, so that is where our aunts and uncles is, but ons moet be aware wees van Boeta Miley is Sydow, but he is from a different mommy, you know. And then obviously you're now going to concentrate on your daddy's siblings. Umi got married to Boeta, and then Boeta got married to Leah. So Leah, you will say, yeah, Alia. That's Miss Alia and that's Alia. So people won't like this term. It was a bushman. Vandaag is het moest Khoisan. You know, my mother's family is from Calitzdorp, Oudtshoorn. You see, she's not a revert to Islam, but her mother was a revert. Maria, she converted to Islam. You see, so mashallah, alhamdulillah, Titi, you right? So what we're looking at now is that two mommies with a one daddy, and as ons nou kyk, we had Titi, right, Mariam. Then we had Fatima, Fatima, right? Then we had, now we must just establish, there's an uncle, Suleiman, who died as a child. We must find out where he slots it. Is it tussen Coolie and Dennis? Don't you have that photo? Is hy, oef, takes a groot man. Maar met gesê, mas dood toe mag het die Ottomani. Kan jy weet aan die dining was hy foute?
Correct.
Nou, sy naam was Suleiman, as far as I understand. But then it was nou, at die Coolie, dan is het mos nou, is Boeta, is Ali Ouras, Haji?
Nee. Ali komt Kulsum.
Okay, dan is het mos Boeta Ali, Kulsum, Haji, dan ko Uncle Mahdi, then your daddy, Abduragmaan, Mani, is the baby of Umi. Then we come. But there was a time when daddy was still married to both. He had a polygamous marriage because Uncle Mahdi is older than me. Daddy is a few months older
than me.
Yeah. So there were Mahdi and Mani, my Ridi, myself. We were born in the polygamous marriage where our father had lived with the two wives of his. And then at some stage in that period, before Wadi was born, until Wadi was born, there was the separation. You understand? So then it's until Wadi, Warabia, no, I'm talking, it's most until Ridi, it's Uncle Mahdi, Mani, Uncle Mahdi, Ridi, Mani, and Badie. You understand? Then it is Wadi, and then Suli, and Versa. Yeah. Now we've got and Wadi is the baby that didn't see your grandfather. Our daddy was buried 31st July 55. And Wadi is born 10 February 56. So it was about 2 months until Leah was pregnant.
31st of July is alweer om te rijden. En hoe lang geleden is dat? 1955.
Yeah. You're talking 67 years. 67 years.
Ma Uncle Badie, just right at the beginning, if you can just go back again to our great grandfather is he from Hyderabad?
Hyderabad, yeah. We're going to find out a little bit more. There's recourse to that. You know, his wife, to check up all the siblings, because we just know about the 3 sons. Don't know about. But let us come to our grandfather's sons. Boeta Hasim's sons. He had 3 sons, right? He had 3. No.
Nou, dit is toch.
Oh, Abduragmaan was the other brother who didn't come. Now he had 2 sons and 3 daughters. So now you must have most Ali Bakas in Mauritius. But why don't we have? Because those 2 sons didn't get married. They were bachelors and they died bachelors. So the family has got 3 surnames. One is Kasim, Colin Noor, and another, the girls. So our family, you're not going to find them as Ali Bakas. But the one son of Abduragmaan adopted a boy. And he adopted the surname and he's still around. But he knows he's an adopted. Right? So it's not any judge me, you know, but at least the surname is. But because he wanted a connection with Cape Town family, he named his little daughter Fatima, he gave her the surname Sydow. Yeah. So you will find a Sydow there.
He will, down beside us, they can.
Yeah, I spoke. What year was we there? But it was very interesting, you know. We in the Port Louis area. Our family is in Port Louis of Mauritius. That's where our family will be found, you know.
And who is still there?
Well, there is one of the daughters. The other daughter is in London. I think there's 2 daughters there.
And the daughters are of who?
2 daughters in Mauritius.
And who are they?
Hoe weet ek het nou? Pangus, Abduragmaan se kinders is mos ons cousins. Yeah, it's our cousins. Abduragmaan was our grandfather's brother.
Yes, that
So
remained
his
there.
children must be our
Yes,
cousins. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So one of our cousins adopted a son. He wasn't married, you know, and the other brother also. But the 3 girls got married, so they must carry the husband's surnames.
Yes.
One surname is Kasim, one surname is Colin Noor, and I've got the other surname. But so that's where we at now. You must understand. Nou het ons 'n paar mos 'n klomp kinders. En ons het 'n klomp kinders. So julle het 'n job om te doen om seker te maak
Yeah.
julle kry al die name because ons is almal oupas en oumas.
Yeah.
6.
You understand what I'm saying? So there's another. And then from that, some van ons gaan wees oupa grootjies en ouma grootjies shortly. You see? So it is there where you find, because of social media, which is one of the good things, because Muhammad also comes time and again, Daddy, this boy or this girl, I say, just ask him what's his grandfather's name.
Ik zie het altijd maar.
Grandfather's name. Because die pa gaan nie,
Oppas en naam.
ja, because hy gaan 'n bietjie jonger wees. Hy gaan hulle, you know, so say that's a generation there. But I know very well the Hashim Jat and the Pang Hussein Jat. I know up to the generation coming after my father there. Buta Mosa, Buta Brema Leinout, almal hulle kinders, I know them. Then the other thing that you must be aware of, we are definitely monokinders.
Now tell me, Uncle Badie, I've done some research in the fact of the Indians coming to either Mauritius or Durban, or it was a flow, that it was actually for the sugar cane.
Correct.
And
From Durban, I'm not actually reading something, but not to do with the Sydows, to do with, you know, college, iemand native, also door hoogte. Then you can understand. They all went to Natal and then they migrated to Transvaal that time, and then to Cape Town. Because amongst them were some tradespeople, but business was hulle ding. Ja, hulle hier gekom en begin te trade al in buying and selling and so on, you know. But now our Sydow brothers is clearly an individual decision coming from Mauritius too. Maybe Mauritius there was a bit of a challenge with work and so on, but this wasn't not like a group of, let's say, Indians or a racial groupment that for some reason this was like we would decide to go to Australia. Then it's me and my family, and make that decision. But they were going to come as three brothers. Now I don't know if our great-grandfather passed on at that stage already, but their decision was to come to South Africa. And they started for maybe a year, whatever, in the Transvaal area. I don't know what coming to Cape Town, to Sydow, fairly settled and well known.
Settled.
I've met a few people who knew my grandfather, but more than knew Pang Hussein. Was almal saying it, was a salig man. Was a salig man. Uta Mai told me that he knows, and there's no problem for public consumption, that to give you an idea. In his last, soos Uta Mai sê, was it bekend that Pang Hussein fasted every day. That was his level. Obviously, everyday meaning, and you can pass and just day after day can eat. But he was known because my neighbor, Utashaki, his father was toen gesê deze was kwam boxing. Ja. Toen sit ek, toe sê opa, bro. And he say, Pang Hussein. He says he used to walk sometimes with net 'n bondeltjie goed tussen 'n gat in na 'n plek toe wat mense nou miskien 'n keiser toe. So and then Buta Mahmoud of the Tabligh Jamaat is one of the people that say, "Hey, Buta Khami." That's how Daddy was. Our Daddy was known as Buta. That was say immediate. Then he was known as also the Taipi and the Khami Taipi and Buta Khami. So he had a couple of names, But interesting enough, also uncles, ons pa, het gelijk is sing in Nederlands. Hulle was met die Red Roses. Takasim went to the Westminster as a solo singer. Takasim, right? So hulle kom uit en as 'n foto van die Red Roses. Op Tamosa was Uncle Ali. Uncle Ali was either a banjo player maar hy was 'n muskant. Wat 'n musician, 'n muskant. Right. So die gitaar gespeel. So that group was into the culture of Nederlands, which I didn't find amongst my dinges, en ek is nog altyd into the Nederlands. Ek luister na my dinges and so on. But I've never been with a team,
Oh, they got a commence again now.
Yeah, they probably, but what I'm mentioning is that daar was die love for music, en ek het gehoor, kyk, ek kan mos nie bypraat van Daddy nie. Talaiman het klas gesing, die Engelse songs ook, in die huis, sing hy. By homself, sing. Talaiman was looked after us,
And he was the youngest uncle.
I think Talaiman maybe was, because he's baby broer, you see. But almal lief gewees vir die, ons culture of singing, die tyd was, as jy sing nou, dan moet jy daar weet van die Nederlands liedjies en so aan, die team, And so that is important for us to realize that die broers, soos ek verstaan, they looked out for each other.
Strawberry.
She's so hungry, Auntie Fatima.
Chocolate. Give her food. How was the foodie?
Amazing, Auntie Fatima. That's why I never had breakfast, because I knew Auntie Fatima was going to make food. There's a competition now.
Badie, het ek jou surprise?
Ja.
Met al die
Surprise.
goedes.
Was competition.
Ja, ek het scones gemaak.
Toe ek vir haar sê, ek gaan dinge se maak, brood bak.
How was the food?
Very nice. That potato was just beautiful. That curry potato.
Okay. Wait, Nadi. Is it dilare because it's...
Nou, open it a little bit. Open it.
Because the pots is small for the gas. You see? Drie bietjie sop.
Ja, maar
Hoe lyk dit die potjies man?
dat is oulik, man.
Het jy hulle geëet al? Het jy geëet al? Daar is die
Ik
keer.
heb mijn skerry klaar gedaan.
Is dit? Uncle Badie, wag vir syne. Yes, 'n bietjie. Hy wil 'n bietjie van alles hê. Who's that? How is that, my dear?
No, maar niet normaal.